The FBI and Director Christopher Wray continue to warn against the coming threat. Intel has been leaked, and all right before Christmas, just like they've been saying all along since October 7th. We mustn't ignore the warning signs, and by no means shall we comply. These colors don't run, my friends, and we have ample proof that you'll see here in this video, connecting more of the dots and further peeling back the layers of this onion in revealing their next planned attack. Take a look at your screen. Just released not long ago, airport lockdown after anti-aircraft ammunition discovered. FBI director cites mysterious Iran-linked attack and arguing for Section 702, which, yes, they want more surveillance on everyone. Meanwhile, Israel issues urgent warning. Sleeper cells, a vast Hamas terror cell network, will be activated over Christmas. And we've heard it all before, and not just from the FBI, but the White House too. The DOJ, the DOD, and even from folks like Tim Scott. Scott says he believes we have sleeper terrorist cells in America, and from another rushing to escape from the public eye and Congress altogether. Kevin McCarthy warns of potential terror sleeper cells in the U.S. But look, folks, I'm not just going to sit here and remind you of what they said. Here, let me show you what's happening right now. Mexico detains 2 Iranians being monitored by the FBI, and 5 Iranian nationals were detained in total alongside Haitian driver. So, Mexico's National Immigration Institute reported on Friday the detention of 2 Iranians who were allegedly under observation by the FBI. But the specific nature of the FBI's investigation was not disclosed. And alongside these 2 individuals, a total of 5 Iranians and their Haitian driver, who seemed to be guiding them, were all detained. And we can just imagine their intentions once gaining access to infiltrate the U.S. by illegally crossing the border and then further unhatching their plan of mass chaos and terror to be unleashed on America. And we know they were headed into the country because this occurred on a highway linking the Baja California border cities of Tijuana and Tecate. But the group was stopped, fortunately, at a toll booth as authorities suspected they might attempt to enter the United States. And at this time, the Immigration Institute specifically noted that 2 of the Iranians were being observed by the FBI, although the FBI has not yet confirmed this information. But the OT isn't always so easily identified, and perhaps the real threat is our enemy's enemy. So here, have a look at this. They're going to kill Biden too. Alex Jones and Tucker Carlson discuss the deep state, and Ramaswamy, seen here, deep state, not Trump or Biden, is the U.S.'s real enemy. But it's all unfolding so quickly, and there's a lot of distraction and misdirection going on that makes it so that you just always have to keep one eye open and continue to watch your 6. Israel warns Hamas sleeper cells could be activated amid fears of attacks across Europe over Christmas, which tells me that this threat is not only going to be isolated to the United States and the U.S. and folks here in major cities in America like New York, LA, Chicago, Miami, Virginia, Atlanta, Pittsburgh, but also in cities like London in the United Kingdom, over in the UK, which is a global financial center and a city rich in history, culture, and arts. Paris, France, known for its fashion, arts, and culinary scenes, as well as landmarks like the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre. And just days ago, there was a fatal stabbing in Paris, and it's labeled a terrorist attack. Then there's Berlin, Germany, Rome, Italy, Madrid, Spain, and even including places like Istanbul, Turkey, Amsterdam, the Netherlands, Vienna, Austria, Brussels, Belgium, Stockholm, Sweden, Prague, Czech Republic, Barcelona, Spain, Athens, Greece, and or even Lisbon, Portugal. I mean, these are just a few examples of the major cities that could all be under attack in Europe over Christmas. But here in the U.S., we have already seen them attack critical infrastructure, water supply in Pennsylvania and Texas, medical and health facilities, and now they are leaking folks' personal HIPAA and medical records and data onto the dark web, doxing people without them even knowing, and selling stolen secrets to the highest bidders. I even read a comment on a previous video that said that these cyber attacks will hit the housing market next, wiping out electronic data and rewriting ownership on deeds and titles to whomever they want. So all I can say is that cybersecurity is going to be a major focus in the coming weeks leading up to Christmas and more than likely all throughout 2024. And odds are there will be a massive meddling and infiltration in November, or at least leading up to November, when votes are being tallied, especially the mail-in ballots, considering the high level of risk, threat, and possible mandated lockdowns or some other form of restriction that will prevent us from casting our votes in person. And remember, everyone, if you see something, say something, because this is real and it's happening right now. Just like they had already previously warned. And the staff at Honolulu Airport had to evacuate a checked baggage room on Friday morning after an anti-aircraft round of ammunition was found in somebody's luggage. They said that the .50 caliber anti-aircraft round of ammunition was found at Daniel K. Inouye International Airport, and officials said Transportation Security Administration, or the TSA staff, flagged a checked bag or a potential security threat around 5:30 a.m. This is nuts, y'all. So right now, airports across the United States are facing a significant increase in passengers attempting to carry guns and ammunition onto planes. And the TSA at Pittsburgh International Airport has described this trend as an epidemic. And listen to this. Nationally, the TSA has intercepted over 6,000 firearms at security checkpoints this year, which is on track to surpass last year's total of 6,542. And recently, a series of incidents highlighted this issue. For instance, like at Pittsburgh International Airport, TSA officers apprehended passengers with handguns on 3 consecutive days, bringing the year's total to 43 firearms detected at this airport alone. And the TSA's Federal Security Director for the airport, Karen Keyes Turner, emphasized the irresponsibility of these actions despite clear warnings and mandatory acknowledgments during online ticket purchases that guns are prohibited. Now, is this just irresponsibility or blatant intent to do harm? But in a separate incident at Daniel K. Inouye International Airport, law enforcement and explosives specialists responded to a .50 caliber anti-aircraft ammunition round detected by TSA officers. Fortunately, the situation was resolved without any harm. And at Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport, a man was stopped from boarding a flight with a loaded 9mm handgun, marking the 34th gun detected by the TSA officers at the airport this year. But I wonder just how far he made it past the TSA security with that loaded firearm. Nevertheless, the individual was cited on a weapons charge after claiming he forgot he had the loaded gun. So, tell me you're an irresponsible gun owner without telling me you're an irresponsible gun owner. And the TSA has reiterated that passengers can only travel with firearms in checked bags, provided they are unloaded and packed in a hard-sided locked case, and that violating these regulations can result in penalties and fines up to $15,000. But I gotta tell you guys, again, I'm not so sure about all this that's happening right now, and more importantly, how our enemies no longer are clearly and easily identifiable. And needless to say, you aren't going to catch me. You won't catch me on a flight anytime soon. At least not until this threat dies down, and definitely not before or on Christmas.
TSA officers at Philadelphia International Airport say they stopped a flight attendant from bringing a loaded gun onto a flight. This was on Friday. The TSA says 2 weeks before that, agents also stopped an airport retail worker from bringing a gun through a security checkpoint. The TSA says flight attendants and workers have insider knowledge and access to areas that pose a security risk. Airport workers and passengers are not allowed to bring guns through security checkpoints and are subject to the same penalties.
But here, guys, look, I'm not trying to scare you or promote any mongering of fear. This is real talk. These crazy, shocking, and unthinkable things are happening right now. Breaking news and headlines of some of the most unbelievable things that we now can't put past anyone from attempting, and at what cost? These folks out here are willing to risk it all. So Believe me when I tell you, I just want you all to be safe. I want you to keep your families safe. Help protect your friends, neighbors, loved ones. Keep everyone in the know and well aware of what's happening and what's going on at all times. Knowledge is power, and we must continue to seek the truth. Stay safe, friends. Watch your six and stay frosty. Thank you for your support, and I hope you all stay well and are blessed as we try and push past all this nonsense and craziness with an optimistic and hopeful outlook on the horizon come November. Give the video a like if you appreciate my hard work and the effort that it takes to bring you all this information, and I hope to see you back here again real soon. And before I go, I want to say thank you to Tim Jackson, 1957, for the super thanks. It is very much appreciated. Thank you so much for that. And Sita Scott for buying me a coffee. I really do appreciate it. You all are the best, and I appreciate each and every one of you. All right, now I'm gonna let you guys go. Good night, y'all.
I can tell you my problems, meditating my silence. But I keep pushing my pen, rotating my stylus. Brokenness feeling like sin, now no breath, low dollar. Used to be left on red, now all the girls go holler. Now all the girls go follow. All the fake fans gon' pop.